p.m. on Wednesday night, the 10th of May, 2017. I'd like to call the meeting of the Zoning Board of Adjustment to order. Will all please rise and salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to read from the Sunshine Act. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board of the Borough Hall, by email to the Ridgewood News, the Record, and by submission to all persons entitled to same as provided by law of a schedule including the date and time of the meeting. I would like to remind all members of the public that we have 3 fire exits in our council chambers, one on each side of the dais and one in the rear of the room. In addition, we are being recorded by both audio and video for purposes of creating a record during the public portion of the meeting. If any member of the public wishes to be recorded or heard, they need only identify themselves by stating their full name for the record, and they may make a statement or ask a question as they would like. May we have a roll call?
Eileen Trusit.
Yes, present.
Valerie Costa. Gary Esposito.
Present.
Al Roman.
Here.
Alva Darbalian here. Robert Nyman.
Here.
Mark Geoffrey.
Here.
Victoria Beckman.
Here.
Mark Skeverly.
Okay. Those of you seated in the public are here because you received or read an agenda, published agenda in the newspaper or wherever. I just want to tell you that as of yesterday, and we heard this morning, the mayor and council have dissolved the Zoning Board of Adjustment. We were told originally that the boards would be merged. We were informed by an attachment to an email this morning that the zoning board was being dissolved and we were not to hear any new business. The new cases that you're probably here to inquire about include the MCG Realty application 620 Kinderkamak Road, which is the 3rd floor, where this is requires what we used to call a use variance, where they want to put apartments. They want to change the that building into a mixed-use building. They need a use variance and 2 other variances, one, of course, for parking. And then the last one is application 2017-07, which is 830 Kinderkamak Road. There's an applicant applying for an unapproved use of that property for a tattoo parlor. So those are the 2 applications which I am assuming most of you are here for. We cannot hear them. The other 2 applications, 2017-06, is a McRae application, 773 Fifth Avenue. They're requesting 2 bulk variances, which is what we call a C variance. And the C variance, this applicant is looking to add a 2-story addition, 2 bedrooms, one on the ground floor, one on the 2nd floor, onto the house. And then finally, Talty application 2017-04, 199 Greenway. They're looking for a bulk application. I'll explain it. A bulk application means we allow a certain amount of impervious coverage on a lot. And if an applicant wants a couple of percentages more and can prove that they're not hampering the zoning intent, in this case, the applicant wants to put an open porch on the front of the house. So that will probably be, I don't know that, but anyway, we cannot hear any of those applications. So if you're here for any of those, great to see you, but We're not going, you'll have to watch the paper. I do not know when the planning board will be putting these applications on their agenda. Yes, ma'am. If you would identify yourself and give your name, please.
My name is Nancy Chang, C-H-I-A-N-G. I just would like you to explain to some of us the difference between a zoning board and a planning board.
Okay. A zoning board, usually what we do is we grant variances based on need, based on bulk, based on use. The planning board usually in the past has gotten rather large applications. For instance, the down at the end of town where CVS, Total Wine, etc., they would come in with huge site plans, engineering, and those applications usually run over several months because there are a lot of things, a lot of different things involved. We're here to hear applications and to grant relief to residents based on zoning hardships. An example of a zoning hardship, if somebody wants 2% increased coverage, let's say their lot is undersized, that's a zoning hardship, that it's inherent with the property. Okay, so those are the kinds of things we handle, which are the lion's share of the smaller applications, I would say. Mr. Nyman.
Yeah, you might just want to add, Madam Chairman, that I believe it's New Jersey state law
Right.
also allows that the zoning board in certain sized towns can absorb the function, the planning board, can absorb the function of the zoning board.
Right.
And that's what I believe is
Being
transpired.
done.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's transpired here.
Could you think of any reason? I mean, we're hearing a lot of firings lately on what, it's.
We're not paid, so.
Yeah.
They're not paid.
No.
We're not paid, so it's not a firing.
Yeah. I don't know.
And if there's no duplication of effort.
There's not. Well, the reason we were given verbally is that the boards weren't busy. We've been very busy. Okay, we've had a lot of applications, 3 or 4 per month. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of. We are a board that's been appointed and voted on in a bipartisan manner by the mayor and council, so we stay out of the politics of it.
Do we have the right to approach the council members and say, like, we are disappointed that you...
Sure.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Zoning board? Okay.
Sure.
Next council meeting.
Next council meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ours are not to reason why. Okay. So anyhow, so anybody here for any of those applications, we won't be hearing them this evening. We'll just be memorializing previously approved applications from the meeting of a month ago, along with minutes. So, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. No, sir.
Thank you.
Feel free to stay, though.
No,
Yeah.
well,
There's no reason.
this will.
So interesting, right?
That's.
Presumably they'll be rescheduled.
Yes, they'll be rescheduled. We don't set the agenda for planning, so I can't say that it'll be the next meeting or the meeting after that, but it will be published according to law.
Okay.
Planning meets on Thursdays, I think. Third Thursday of the month, something like that.
Second Thursday of the month?
Second or third, I'm not sure, but it's a Thursday night.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You can check the website if you want, or you can call, the clerk and find out from them.
Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
Having said that,
Somebody wants to see us vote.
yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm going to ask Mr. DeValian, who is the secretary, if he would announce for the record the members who are present who can vote on the memorialization of the applications from last month.
Sure. Eileen Chusett, Gary Esposito, Victoria Peckerman,
No,
I don't vote.
She doesn't vote. The attorney doesn't vote.
Robert Nyman, Ronald Black, Mark Jeffrey, Mark Skirvitz. He doesn't vote.
Okay, so we have 4 voting members. We have Mr. Dupre, Mr. Nyman, Mr. Esposito, myself. Okay, so we can proceed. So the first memorialization is the Nean Monopoly, application 2017-01, 700 Millbrook, for both variances, 2 front yard setback. This is a corner lot and a rear yard setback, as well as lot coverage by impervious surfaces.
I can't vote.
Extra.
Everybody okay? Pablo, done? Okay, may I have a motion?
I make a motion that we approve resolution 2017-01 for both variances for 700 Millbrook Road be approved.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Eileen Chusett,
Yes?
Gary Esposito,
Yes.
Robert Nyman,
Yes.
and Mark Jeffrey.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, E.R. Okay. Just for the record, our attorney tells me that this resolution has also been forwarded on to the applicant's attorney, Colin Quinn, and he agrees that it's accurate. typo on page 3, conforming, not confirming. Okay, that's all I can just,
You can just do that
yeah,
by hand.
yeah, right.
Oh, yes, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, right here. Okay, here.
Paragraph?
Just the last
Paragraph 6.
yeah, paragraph.
Was that 10.9 setback?
Yeah, it says 10.9.
But it says elsewhere that it's 18 something.
It's 18 point something front yard, right? Is that the,
It
it's
says 10.9.
But in the first part saying it's 18.25 proposed,
yeah.
Yes.
which is,
Front yard setback 10.9.
oh, but he's still proposing 18.9.
18.25.
18.25, I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, they had some kind of extra concrete work or something coming out on the old house.
Mhm. Okay, everybody all right with this?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Chevalier, may we have a roll call vote on this?
Sure. Eileen
To
Chusin?
approve, application 2017-02.
I'll second.
Okay.
Eileen Chusin?
Yes?
Gary Esposito? Yes. Robert Nyman?
Yes.
And Mark Jeffrey?
Yes.
He's,
I seconded.
Mr. S.
No, who was the,
I guess I proposed.
you did.
I
Yes,
proposed it.
you proposed, I seconded.
Sure you did.
Okay, and our last memorialization, 2017-03, is 733 7th Avenue, which is a bulk variance impervious coverage for an in-ground swimming pool.
I'll make a motion to approve Clancy application number 2017-03, 733 7th Avenue for bulk variance, impervious surfaces, swimming pool. Second?
Okay, roll call.
Eileen Chuzak,
Yes?
Gary Esposito,
Yes.
Robert Nyman,
Yes.
and Mark Jeffrey.
Yes.
I see a new member of the public has arrived, so I will repeat my announcement from the beginning of the meeting. The Zoning Board of Adjustment has been dissolved by the mayor and council. So we are not going to be hearing any new business. We all received a letter via email this morning. And the original plan, as we were told, is the boards would be merged, but it doesn't have to be, and it's not going to be. So all future applications will be heard by planning. And I do not know when the applications for use variances, one for a tattoo parlor and the other for apartments, for mixed use along Kinderkamak Road, over the Dante's building there. I don't know when they will be put on the planning board, but we have been instructed not to engage in any new business, so we won't be hearing those this evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the last bit of business, we have 3 sets of minutes, one from a month ago, and 2 from March 2016 and October 2016. For those of us who don't remember where we were last week.
Did we ever start a meeting at 7 o'clock?
No,
So these are all?
any time. Which one are you looking at? I'm looking at April 12th still. We haven't,
October 12th?
October 12th?
No.
April 12th,
April 12th.
2017.
Yeah,
Okay.
October 12th has 7:02
Right.
as the start time.
Yeah, that's a typo. I'm still going through. Should we do this in order? I'll just finish April 12th. Okay. May I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes of April 12th, 2017?
So moved.
Okay, may I have a second?
Second.
Okay, second, okay. Okay, so Mr. Esposito, second, Mr. Nyman, okay. Roll call. Okay, on this, Mr. DeValian, myself, Mr. Esposito, Mr. Nyman, and Mr. Dufresne can vote.
April 12th?
Excuse me?
April 12th?
April 12th, last month.
Eileen Truitt?
Yes?
Gary Esposito?
Yes.
Al Woolman?
I wasn't here. I can't.
Sorry.
Okay. So you abstain,
Robert Nyman?
Yes.
and then just mark your phrase.
And Mark Jeff.
Yes.
Okay, and then we go to some ancient history.
Please.
March 9th, 2016. Okay, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of Wednesday, March 9th, 2016?
Motion approved. Minutes from Wednesday, March 9th, 2016.
Second.
Okay, roll call. And on this, I can vote Mr. Ruhlman, Mr. DeValian, Mr. Nyman, and Mr. Giuffre.
Okay. Eileen Trusa,
Yes?
Al Ruhlman,
Yes.
Howard Rebellion, yes. Robert Nyman,
Yes.
and Mark Jeff.
Yes.
And last, the minutes of Wednesday, October 12th, 2016. Mhm.
The only item here is
Here's
time.
7:02,
Yeah,
Yeah.
802.
8:02.
We're gonna come back next month and vote on it.
Let's just mark in central time.
The end time. The end time would have been 8:17,
And the start time.
and the start time 8:02.
That's right.
So I made those corrections on the hard copy. Okay, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of October 12th, 2016 as corrected for the time?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call. For this, I can vote Mr. Esposito, Mr. Ruhlman, and Mr. Nyman.
Eileen Trusa,
Yes?
Gary Esposito,
Yes.
Al Ruhlman,
Yes.
and Robert Nyman.
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody have any comments, suggestions, words of wisdom?
I'd just like to say, I'd like to thank everybody that's been here and everybody that's ever been on the board for all their hard work. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows that this was something that I really enjoyed doing and serving the people of River Edge. And I'm going to miss that part of it. Okay.
I would also like to compliment the members present and absent. They did, everybody I think did work very, very diligently to grant reasonable relief to our neighbors and to try to encourage improvements to the town and not hamper residents looking to improve their property, and while maintaining the suburban open air appearance of the town. Some other residents might disagree with some of our decisions, but I think we, in some instances, agonized over them and to try to come to the right conclusion for all parties involved. And for that, I thank everybody.
I'll say something. I actually started on this board as a member, as a volunteer, and then turned into as counsel to the board. So I've had both perspectives, and I just want to say that it's been an honor and a privilege to serve with you. And it's only been a couple of years, but I've learned a lot. It's been a great experience for me, and I want to thank you for the experience that I've had. I've learned a great deal, and I think that this board has really given it all, and has labored very carefully and has taken every application very, very seriously and considered it, with great attention and great detail and great care. So I thank you all for giving me this opportunity.
You're going Wednesday nights. I'm going to do it on Wednesday nights.
Oh, I bet you'll find some.
Thanks, everybody. It was a learning experience for me. It was great.
Well,
Made some good friends, too.
yeah, right. I'd also like to say I serve on a national educational committee, a council of faculties for medical schools, which I'm going to be the chair of next year, but that's another story. And I remember going back 7 years now, 8 years, when the board was first formed, and the then chairman wrote in her minutes that these people entered the room as educators but left as friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to think that that's true of us also.
Absolutely.
Yep, I agree.
I'll say something.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, I admire anyone who's generous enough with their time and volunteers for these things, and you're all to be commended. And I feel sorry that you seem to have been blindsided by whatever the hell happened this morning.
Well, the timing of the dissolution was the blindsided part. We were informed a couple of months ago that this was under consideration by the mayor and council.
I had heard that, but
Yeah.
to be, to happen in the morning of a day where you have an announced meeting.
Well, they supposed to announce it before Comey got fired, but they held it. We were ahead. We were supposed to be top story.
Yeah.
They didn't want it to make the paper.
No, we-
Right, we didn't want to upstage you.
Huge story here.
It is a bit.
That's where all the press is now.
To be commended for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would like to get, after we,
Yeah. Okay, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, the meeting is adjourned at 8:45.
Right.
Before you go, I want somebody to take a picture of all of us, because I want to
Sure.
put it in my home.
Can we ask the
Can we
secretary
squeeze
to do that?
together? Yes. Carol, would you mind taking a picture?
Step behind you.
Standing on it.
It could be